Hello, family. All praises and blessings to the Most High, the Creator. I pray all of you are doing well, and we will continue on in this second video, pretty much, of One God. As you can see in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36, verse 2, and send thy fear upon the nations that have not sought after thee, that they may know that there is no God besides thee, and that they may show forth thy wonders, that they may know thee. Chapter 36, verse 5, Ecclesiasticus still, that they may know thee, as we also have known thee, that there is no God besides thee, O Lord. Okay, and now we move on to Isaiah. And this is chapter 43, verse 11. I am the Lord, and there is no Savior besides me. That's kind of plain and simple. But we continue to not believe. And then the first commandment is that thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Our souls are on the line, family. Isaiah 44:6. Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me there is no God. Verse 45, chapter 45, verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, and thou hast not known me. And we need to get to know the Creator, family. Get to know the Lord, our Father. Okay, this one is from the book of Daniel. Chapter 3, verse 45. And let them know that thou art the Lord, the only Elohim, and glorious over all the world. Okay, this one is from the book of Oshay, chapter 13, verse 4. But I am the Lord, thy God of the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me, and there is no Savior besides me. So your Jesus can't even come and do any saving. He hasn't done anything for anybody but lead you in the wrong direction. And as you can see, the Creator is our Savior. All that following of so-called Jesus, and our status hadn't changed. It just got worse and worse. You know, police still shooting our children down, shooting us down in the street. You know, they still treating us like we're the bottom of the cup, the dregs, and the worst people on earth. our enemies, since the Creator gave them permission to come over and punish us, to chastise us, and then we allow them to pretty much brainwash us and lead us down their path into the burning fire. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not rereading the same one, because I tried to make sure of that when I was writing all down. Okay. And we're back at Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 24. Lord Elohim, thou hast begun to show unto thy servant thy greatness and most mighty hand, for there is no other Elohim either in heaven or earth that is able to do thy works or to be compared to thy strength. The words no other is very important, family. Okay. And we are in Psalm chapter 82, verse 19. And let them know that the Lord is thy name. Thou alone art the most high over all the earth. That was chapter 82, verse 19 from the book of Psalm. From the book of Psalm, chapter 96, verse 9. For thou art the most high Lord over all the earth. Thou art exalted exceedingly above all gods. And since there is no other gods, just a made up one, everything else is made up by man. The Buddhas and whatever else people try to call worship to, they're made up by man. And we have Psalms chapter 134, verse 5. For I have known that the Lord is great, and our Most High is above all gods. Okay. Okay, we'll pick up here at Ecclesiasticus chapter 36, verse 13. Gather together all the tribes of Jacob, that they may know that there is no God besides thee, and may declare thy great works, and thou shalt inherit them as from the beginning. Okay, and now we're going back into Isaiah's chapter 37, verse 16. O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, who sittest upon the cherubim, thou alone art the God of all the kingdoms of the earth. Thou hast made heaven and earth. 37, chapter 37, verse 20, still from Isaiah. And now, O Lord, our Elohim, save us out of his hands, and let all the kingdoms of the earth know that thou only art the Lord. And still in Isaiah, chapter 43, make sure I can get it over here so you can see. In chapter 43, verse 10. You are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant, whom I have chosen, our family, the Israelites. We are Israel, that you may know and believe me and understand that I myself am. Before me there was no God formed, and after me there shall be none. So why worship a made up? Well, we know we were brainwashed, so. Chapter 44, verse 24. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer and thy Maker from the womb. I am the Lord that make all things, that alone stretch out the heavens, that establish the earth, and there is none with me. Chapter 45, verse 6. That they may know who are from the rising of the sun, and they who are from the west, that there is none besides me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. Chapter 46, verse 9. Remember the former age, for I am the Most High, and there is no Elohim besides, neither is there the like to me. So we understand no one can save our soul except the Creator. But we have to want our souls saved. We have to stop following all the false gods and made up gods and our enemies' doctrine to lead us astray. Back in the book of Daniel, excuse me, family. Back in the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 47. And the king spoke to Daniel and said, Verily, your God is the most high of gods and Lord of kings and a revealer of hidden things. Seeing thou couldst discover this secret, which a lot of that was shown to our grandfather Enoch and our grandfather Abraham and to Moses. Daniel chapter 3, verse 96. By me, therefore, this decree is made, that every people, tribe, and tongue which shall speak blasphemy against the Most High of Sidroc, Misach, and Abednego shall be destroyed, and their houses laid waste. For there is no other Elohim that can save in this manner. No other God. Chapter 6, verse 26. It is decreed by me that in all my empire and my kingdom all men dread and fear the Most High of Daniel. For he is the living and eternal Most High forever. And his kingdom shall not be destroyed, and his power shall be forever. And continuing Daniel chapter 6, verse 27. He is the deliverer and savior, doing signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel out of the lion's den. See, wasn't no Jesus, wasn't none of that, wasn't nobody else or no one else. Chapter 14, verse 4. And he answered and said to him, Because I do not worship idols made with hands, but the living Elohim that created heaven and earth and hath power over all flesh. Chapter 14, verse 42. Then the king said, Let all the inhabitants of the whole earth fear the Most High of Daniel, for he is the Savior, working signs and wonders in the earth, who hath delivered Daniel out of the lion's den. And this is from the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and I am the Lord, your Most High, and there is none besides, and my people shall not be confounded forever, which our enemies want us confounded and lost and led astray. This is from the book of Maccabees 1, chapter 3, verse 19. For the success of war is not in the multitude of the many, of the army. Sorry, family. For the success of war is not in the multitude of the army, but strength cometh from heaven. And this is from the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 14. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know there is none like me in all the earth. And I will stop there, family. Thank you for your listening, and thank you for your understanding, your investigating, and research.